What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. In today's video, we're taking a look at the reworked Dead Messenger. In Season 22, this has had some massive updates, and in today's video we're going to take a look at those, but more importantly how you can get fast supers, elemental orbs, and guaranteed ammo for this weapon. If you're looking for one of the best ad clearing weapons currently in the game, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now, upon the launch of Season 22, we saw the exotic mission rotator added to the game. In week 1 of Season of the Witch, we had Presage return, and also Dead Man's Tale, which is now craftable. Now, for the up-and-coming week, we have Vox Obscura returning from Witch Queen, and alongside that, we see the return of Dead Messenger, this time though as a craftable weapon as well. Now, in order to gain access to this weapon, you simply need to complete the Vox Obscura mission, and if you run this 3 times, you'll be able to unlock all 3 of the brand new traits. Now, in order to craft the weapon and activate these traits, you will need to level up the weapon to level 12, but thanks to some of the economy changes this season, we can simply upgrade this using materials, saving us so much time. Now, as we mentioned, each completion will unlock a new trait. Now, the very first trait you get to unlock is called Thresh, and this is where killing combatants with this weapon generates a small amount of super energy, and this becomes craftable at level 4. Now, whilst this is the first trait that you unlock, this is arguably one of the strongest, and we'll be taking a closer look at this perk as well as some of the build potential and how you can get incredibly fast supers from it. The second unlockable trait, which is craftable at level 7, is Unrelenting. One of the huge benefits of Forbearance is its ability to heal, and with Unrelenting being added to the Dead Messenger, this now also has that ability. So if health regeneration is something that you're looking for on a wave frame, then that is now available on this exotic. And the third and final trait is called Demolitionist, and this is where kills with this weapon generate grenade energy, and by activating your grenade ability, this reloads the weapon from reserves. Now, all of these are great traits in their own right, allow for some great build synergies, and when you pair that with some of the exotic perks, this now becomes an incredibly strong weapon. Its main trait is called Trinary Vision, so as a one-shot handheld grenade launcher, projectiles release a fan of 3 energy waves when making contact with the ground. That pairs with the fundamentals, which is where this weapon has a lot of similarities between Hardlight and Borealis. This allows you to change the weapon's damage type, cycling between Solar, Arc and Void, and each of those elements offer different stat bonuses based on your selected damage type. So Solar increases your reload speed and aerial effectiveness, Arc increases your handling and range, and Void will improve your stability and aim assist. Now, depending on which element you use, you will create elemental orbs based on that damage type, and these offer additional bonuses. Now, Solar elemental orbs will allow you to scorch targets, Arc orbs will cause targets to vault, whereas Void orbs allow targets to become volatile. Now, on top of that, it even has a catalyst to turn the dial up to 12. Now, this was originally unlocked by completing the master version of this mission. Now, in the exotic mission rotator, only normal and legend versions are available, so it's likely you'll unlock this via the legend difficulty. Now, by earning and completing this catalyst, this unlocks Turnabout, and if you use this weapon to break an enemy's shield, whether that be a matching or non-matching enemy type, this will grant you with an overshield. Now, the objective for this catalyst requires you to defeat 200 combatants with Solar, Arc and Void. But if you defeat combatants in the Throne World, Psyops Battlegrounds or in the Vox Obscura mission, these all provide faster progress. Now, thankfully, in Season of the Witch, Savathûn's Spire and the Altars of Summoning are both considered to be in Savathûn's Throne World. These offer incredibly fast progress on this weapon's catalyst, and you can complete the entire thing in little over 2 runs. So on paper, this weapon has the ability to cycle through 3 elements. It also can provide health regeneration and an overshield, grant you super energy on combatant kills, or simply recharge your grenade, which has the ability to fully reload your magazine. Now, this weapon was already a great ad clearing weapon, often gets compared to Forbearance, an absolutely top tier legendary wave launcher, but with some of the changes coming to this weapon, will it finally take the crown as the best wave launcher in the game? Now, with so much perk variety, it has some great build potential, and because this weapon can cycle through all 3 elements, you are totally sport for choice. Now, naturally, regardless of the element that you prefer, I highly recommend adding the relevant Cypher mods to your gauntlets. This will ensure you can create orbs of power on weapon kills, and you can either choose to stack these on the same element or even spread them out across multiple elements. Now, one of the strongest builds that I've paired with this weapon comes in the form of the Warlock using Phoenix Protocol. Now, Phoenix Protocol allows the Warlock to get their super energy back whilst getting combatant kills while stood in a well of radiance. Now, as long as you can kill enough combatants, you'll easily get half your super back. And if you have the Dead Messenger with the Thresh perk, for every combatant kill you get, you'll also gain additional super energy. This will be on top of the refund in super energy from the Phoenix Protocol, as well as any additional orbs of power that you also create. Those three synergies together will allow you to get your super back incredibly fast. And because you'll be stood in a well of radiance most of the time, you won't need the Unrelenting perk as an additional trait. Now, another bonus to standing inside the well of radiance is its ability to offer restoration and also allow you to become radiant. As we touched upon earlier, the ability to have restoration therefore means you won't need Unrelenting, but by standing in a well and becoming radiant, this weapon also becomes an anti-barrier weapon. Now, as things currently stand, it has been rumoured that we'll see anti-barrier champions inside the Crota's End raid. So if you're looking for a high survivability, epic ag clearing champion weapon, then the craftable Dead Messenger is simply ticking all those boxes. Now, whenever using a special weapon, it's important to make note of how you're going to generate ammo, especially with the changes to special ammo inside Destiny 2. Now, one of the easiest and quickest and certainly guaranteed ways of generating special ammo is through your armor charges. Now, as long as you don't have any mods that decay armor charges over time, you can hold on to armor charges indefinitely. You can even apply mods like stacks on stacks to increase the amount of charges that you hold, and simply by having a special ammo finisher mod on your armor set, this will be a surefire way of generating more special ammo. And because of all the Scyther mods, all the supers, and the amount of combatants that you're taking out, you'll be creating an absolute shed ton of orbs of power, and you simply need 2 of those to get 3 armor charges, which is all you need to generate 3 special ammo. Now, I truly believe the changes coming to this weapon this season absolutely make this weapon viable, especially in activities that have high combatant density. Its ability to rotate elements, create elemental orbs alongside orbs of power, and even grant you an overshield is certainly likely to turn this into one of the best PvE weapons available. If you haven't got this in your loadout when headed into Crota's End when it launches on the 1st of September, it might be worth considering, especially if you're looking for high uptime on the Well of Radiance, and more importantly, being able to effectively deal with anti-barrier champions. Honestly, Dead Messenger could be the best weapon you're not using this season, so if jumping in Vox Obscura wasn't on your list of things to do this week, make sure to jump in and pick up this incredible craftable weapon. So there we have it, guys, a good look at the Dead Messenger and why it could be one of the best PvE weapons this season. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to back to the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.